Hi, good day, this is Robert Cassiano again, and this is our video showing you how to set up Dhcp. And we'll need to go to our server and add a new role, and we go to add roles and press next and highlight Dhcp server and press next. We will next again. There's the IP address of our server, so press next. Validate our IP version 4. Next, we won't be setting up wins as yet, or neither our Dhcp scopes as yet, so we'll next through the both of them. And then we need to validate our IP version 6 and validate it, and press next. Press next again and start to install our Dhcp. Now, just to give a little insight on what Dhcp is, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, it's a network protocol that allows your server to automatically assign an IP address to a computer. Okay, so Dhcp has been successfully installed, and now we could close off this window since our Dhcp server is installed. And now we can check and see, apart from the roles that we had before, like the Active Directory and domain services, we can also see that our Dhcp role has been added. And now we can exit this window. Okay, now we go to our start menu, and we need to go to our administrative tools and go to Dhcp. And here we would see our robot server, domain name robot.com, and we will be going to IP version 4. And if we check our server options, okay, before we check our server options, the first thing we'll need to do, we need to create a scope, and our scope would just be like a range or set of IP addresses that the Dhcp server would be handing out to the computers. So the name of our scope would be going here, and we'll just be giving a name to this group of IP addresses, and we'll name ours clients. And just for an example of a description, we would give it the name flow. So we put flow here and we press next. Okay, and this is the range that our IP addresses will be ranging from. So we put on 192.168.0.1, and the ending IP address would be 192.168.0.100, and that's the range of our scope distributes. And here we need to exclude a few IP addresses which will be reserved for whatever the administrator or person in charge will be reserving these IP addresses for. And we'll start at 1, and we would end the IP address at 192.168.0.10, and we add it, and these IP addresses are excluded and they cannot be assigned to any computer. Now we here have a lease duration, and instead of 8 days, we would set our lease duration to 2 minutes. And press next and configure Dhcp. Yes, I want to configure these options. And our default gateway, we'll put our IP address of our server, and we'll put 0.1, and we'll add the store router next, and our parent domain, which is our server, and this is robot.com. Also, server name would be the same, and this would be robot.com, and we solve it. You see the IP address would come up, and we add it, and then press next. Here where we set up our Win servers, and robot.com as the server name once more and resolve it. Our IP address would come on and we add it. Next, yes, I want to activate this scope, and we pressed finish when we are completed creating our new scope. And here we can see our scope for our clients. It has its range and its exclusions, and everything has been set up. Now we are going to try to assign an IP address to our Windows XP server. Now what we would do, we would go to our command prompt, right, and we would look for ipconfig /all, and there we would see the IP configuration, robot.com, the Azaria, which is on the domain as okay. And we are going to set a reservation for Windows XP. So you name our reservation name Windows XP. Upon the command prompt, just to acquire the physical address or the MAC address of the Windows XP. And here we would see we would need to enter the 08-0027 and follow through to the whole physical address or MAC address of the Windows XP computer. And description Windows XP, add, and close of that, and you'll see that the 192.168.0.12 was reserved or was assigned or made a reservation for Windows XP. Now we go to our Windows XP and we go to our network places and we go to our local area connection properties and show icon in notifications area when connected, so that when we connect to the IP address, we obtain an IP address automatically, because Dhcp would be assigning a IP address to Windows XP. Press OK, close off, and we see it is connected through the automatic IP address that it was given. Now we go to our command prompt and we are going to here IP config, and we are going to release this IP address from Windows, and you can see that it was released. And now we are going to try to renew the IP address. Okay, an error code. Okay, let's try this again. And when we renew the IP address, again we would try again to release and renew this IP address. It is there, we renew. See the 192.168.0.12, and we would release and renew the IP address once again, just to make sure that it works. And there we go. Thank you for viewing my Dhcp video, and hope to see you again. Bye.